Welcome back to Ori Soaps and Bubbles. We have an exciting and hopefully helpful video for you today. As always, we are open to suggestions. If there is a soap you want us to make on our channel for you to see and for you to see the outcome, we will definitely do that. Just leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much and always enjoy. Previously on Ori Soaps and Bubbles. Yes, I am super stoked to be sharing this with you. This is the Black Moisture soap. I thought I lost this footage and I found it. I lost all the audio to the footage because it was so jacked up, and then the camera and stuff that I was using. But anyways, that besides, I'm glad that I still had the video footage as well as the making of this soap. So you get to see Black Moisture from the making from the beginning all the way to the complete end, and that is so sweet. So now, on top of me adding all of this in and giving it all to you, let me tell you a little bit about Black Moisture. Black Moisture has about 7 different oils. It has the essential oils in it that is great for the skin, including lavender and including myrrh and the others mixed in, and it has a fragrance mixed together. So this is one that I blended and put together, and it smells so great. You'll see me go in for a sniff maybe 2 or 3 times when I'm doing the essential oil part. Anyways, I heard a YouTuber telling me, well, not me specifically, I was just watching her soap video, and she said, if you're making soap, don't talk about soap. I haven't found anything to talk about yet. So I'm working on that part. I'm seriously working on that. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave some comments below and let me know anything about what you're thinking. And I can't wait to bring you more videos of the other footages that I possibly can recover now. Always enjoy. Cold process Black Moisture. That's what we're making today. Black Moisture soap. Let's go ahead and get everything measured out first. So while I'm measuring out everything, we are going to start with the oils. Yep, the oils in the soap makes much difference, and it is very important. Now, why is oil so important? Well, the first thing I want you to understand is it takes oil and a certain acid called sodium hydroxide. It's pretty much an acid to mix together and to make what we know as salt soap or soap. I said salt soap. It's basically a salt. That's what sodium hydroxide is. It is a salt, right? At the same time, what happens through that process is like so excellent. So let me break it down for you real quick, because there are some terms in here that a lot of people really don't get. So saponification, I have a hard time saying that sometimes. That is the process in which a triglyceride is reacted with pretty much water or aqueous hydroxide ion to form a mixture of glycerol and fatty acid salts, which is soap. That's pretty much what soap is. So the reaction mechanism follows the nucleophilic carbonyl substitution pathway. Now I know I just made a lot of loud noises. A lot of people don't understand any of those words I just said. So let me break it down for you, okay? So easily put, saponification or saponification. Oh, I got it. Saponification. Okay, so you guys know I have a hard time saying that word, right? Saponification is when the sodium hydroxide, or what we call lye, mixes with the oils, and it literally wants to change or become what the oil is. And during that process, it accumulates and not accumulates, but decreases all of the water that would go into your soap batter. And when that water evaporates and everything starts to mix together, like you're boiling water on the stove and it is evaporating, and then or either you add oil in to make your gravy and stuff like that at the beginning of the stage, and then when you end up with a beautiful brown thick gravy, right? Okay, same thing. It's the same concept to it. So saponification is the oils and the lye mixing together in order to create what I just called and or said a salt soap, or fatty acid salts. And that is what creates the actual soap that we use every day. The suds, the bubbles, and all of that, the cleansing, all of that, it creates all of that. So here's some things that come to mind when you're making soap. Should I make it in liquid form or as a hand bar? Should it be extremely hard? Should it be moisturizing? How much creaminess do I want in it? How useful do I want this soap to be? Do I want it to last a long time, or do I want it to not last as long? Because some soaps won't last as long as others. And these are questions only you can actually answer if you're the soap maker, right? But these are questions that come to my mind with every recipe, because I haven't found a recipe yet that is basically the same with the same base oils. And I'll tell you the reason why for that in a little bit. Depending on what you want out of your soap, you're going to use different oils. You're going to put things together a little bit differently. Okay. When we think about this reaction with the soap, this reaction can be used to make soap products ranging from liquid soap to hand bar soap to soft soap, soap bars, all types of different soaps, creamy soaps, I said liquid soaps. There was another one that it's a hard cream soap you can make with these as well. So saponification is an organic chemical reaction that utilizes an alkali to cleave to an ester. Now, a lot of people are going to say, ester, what are you saying? I'm saying ester, not necessarily, or I should be pronouncing it aster, okay? And that's a compound produced by the reaction between an acid and an alcohol with the elimination of water molecules, okay? So if you know anything about ethanol acetate or dimethanol sulfate, those are what you would know as ester, and it's spelled E-S-T-E-R, okay? But I pronounce it aster. At least that's what I know to pronounce it as. Anyways, if you think about it, this is pretty much science or chemistry. You could, because you're combining oils and acids together in order to make a reaction between them, and the alcohols pretty much that are there with the elimination of water. Okay, so it's like a chemical of any class of compounds produced by reaction between acids and alcohols with the elimination of water, and that's why the water evaporates, or you need to let your soap sit 4 to 6 weeks and sometimes 8 weeks depending on what you put in your soap. Okay, now esters are their low molecular weight, such as ethanol acetate, and they are usually volatile, fragrant liquids. Okay, and fats are the solid esters or esters, or however you like to say it. Okay, so with that understanding, hopefully I did not shoo you away from the video so much, but it helps to make things or break it down. At least for me it does, in understanding these things. Okay, so a functional group is simply a group of molecules or atoms that we can easily identify in a compound. Now, alkali unfortunately does not belong to this club. Rather, an alkali is a fancy term for a base that dissolves in a solution, producing hydroxide, or OH as it is known in the science world, ions. Now, given what we know about the background of saponification so far, let's discuss the reaction between the mechanism in a greater detail. Now, I know I'm going into detail with this, but it is very important for some of us that are soaping that need to know this stuff. And other people like, okay, no, all I need to know is you mix lye and water together, the water evaporates, and then I'm left with nothing but fatty acid salts, or what we know as soap. That's all I need to know. That is so perfect. But some of us can be highly technical, and sometimes I can be highly technical, and sometimes I may not be. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But when I do figure that out, I will let you guys know. So, anyways, let's continue, because I'm having the best time with you doing this. So, in general, the saponification reaction is shown as you make the soap, and you see how when you add the lye to the oils, it starts to get thicker. The more you stir it, the more you make it, or the more you blend it, or even if you cook it, it gets thicker. Well, you're evaporating the water out of it, right? You're left with the salts, and now everything wants to combine and become soap. Okay. So I'm not going to bore you guys with all of the other stuff, because I know sometimes it can be really boring. At the same time, I'm not going to bore you too much. However, I will say that this is so cool to do, and it is really cool that I get a chance to share what saponification is. Now let's talk about a little bit more oils and what their values are, and why we want to look at a saponification chart about the values and things of that nature. Okay, so now let's talk about the saponification chart. Yes, I said saponification chart. And the reason I'm talking about the saponification chart is because it's really important. It does a lot for us. It helps us to understand a lot about soap making altogether. Each soap or oil or butter has its own fatty acid composition, and these fatty acids provide a finished soap with important characteristics. Okay? Now, the following that we're going to talk about are some of the things that I have come to understand in more detail. We're going to talk about a little bit here. Such as when you have the most common fatty acids found in soaping oils and butters, along with different qualities they provide in a finished bar of soap. So one of the ones that I've always seen, and it was so confusing to me at first, and I wanted to understand this completely when it comes to the soap calc. On the soap calc, they have many different things over on the side, and you don't know what it means. All you know is, just tell me how much lye I need for this amount of soap that I'm going to make, and that's it. Let me go. And I was like, no, I want to understand this a little bit more. Excuse me, guys. I'm constantly trying to clean my throat, so forgive me about that. But I want to get this video done today. So lauric acid is one of the ones that I wanted to understand. I've learned that lauric acid provides hardness, cleansing, and a bubbly lather to your soap. Linoleic acid provides conditioning properties to your soap. Myristic acid provides hardness, cleansing, and a bubbly lather. Oleic acid provides conditioning to your soap. And then palmitic acid provides hardness and a creamy lather, while rinsoleic acid it's hard for me to say that one, so I say it this way. If I'm saying it wrong, put it in the comment section below and help me out, guys. Rinsoleic acid provides conditioning, bubbly lather, and a creamy lather. And then one that I kept hearing around the soaping communities was stearic acid a lot, because a lot of people use stearic acid in their soaps. And most of these are derived from plants. They are plant-based. You just need to look for it. Don't look for the synthetic-based ones. Look for the plant-based ones. This is coconut milk that I'm actually adding to my soap batter later as well, because that brings a lot of conditioning powers too. So stearic acid provides hardness and a creamy lather as well. Now, each soaping oil or butter has a unique saponification value. Okay. The number of milligrams of the lye required to saponify 1 gram of the specified oil or butter is also in the saponification chart as well. Now, in order to create quality bars of soap, it's definitely necessary to find that balance between the hardness, cleansing, conditioning, and a bubbly lather, and sometimes in most cases a creamy lather if that's what you're looking for. Okay, this usually involves using a combination of oils and butters in your soap recipe, along with making sure you have the right amount of NaOH or KOH in ounces, milligrams, or whatever the case is. And you can see it here directly on the screen. Let's take the almond butter. It has a salt value of 90 to 140, and the NaOH you would need is, or the casaic soda or lye you would need is 0.82 or 0.82 after the point, or a KOH, which is 0.115. Now KOH is potash, or that I know it, and you make liquid soap with that. Okay, so when I look at the salt value of almond butter here, if I wanted to switch that out, so almond butter, which is sweet, if I wanted to switch that out with another butter in the table, I would find the salt value. Say I run out of one oil, but I need to use another oil, but I want the same conditioning properties. I don't want anything that's different. Well, I would be able to do that right here on the page. Okay, and it would make it so much easy when I'm looking at the salt value in order to be able to grasp that and put it together. And it also tells me how much of the casaic soda or the potash I would need, whether I'm making a hard bar soap or a liquid bar soap. And that is very easy way to understand those and understand what is all that stuff written on the left hand side of Soap Calc and why is it there. So there we go. And we're going to move on. Here I'm adding the essential oils. Okay, so you just saw me add in some fragrance, and now I'm adding in lavender. Lavender is one of my favorites to use. I also make house soaps here for my home specifically. I don't sell them. And I put a lot of lavender in it because not only does it cleanses the home and everything, it is really great in relaxing properties. And it brings such a beautiful scent to the house. It kind of has that effect of like lemon or like oranges or grapefruit if you was to clean the house up with it. And it's very natural. It's a natural cleansing. Now the next one is myrrh. Myrrh is very great. It's great for your skin. A lot of people don't know how awesome it is for your skin. That along with frankincense as well. And most of the time you find them together, myrrh and frankincense mixed together. And they are so great for your skin. Very cleansing. It is very exfoliating, but it also brings like healing properties to the skin itself. Now, I wouldn't put that out on the web as my soap heals stuff because I'm not trying to have the FDA come and be after me about it, because after all, it's in soap, and soap is for a cleansing. So I wanted to share that with you. Next time I will put probably more about essential oils and their differences, their uses, and what they're used for. And a lot of this stuff you can actually Google what you're looking up or whatever else you're looking for. Now here, I was actually talking to you guys, but I have no idea from the recording what I was saying because I lost that trying to recover these. Excuse me. Oh, I was telling you about the colors that I'm going to use. Now, I actually like the activated charcoal for my black colorant, and it works itself out for me. A lot of people use such very tiny bit. I only use 2 tablespoons because of how much soap I'm actually making. And I only put 1 there, but you'll see me grab it back and put another one in there because I'm also weighing this out to make sure I have it correct. Now, I thought that there was a measurement to this. So I'm learning, what is it? I was watching Tree Marie is her name, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch her videos, and hopefully she doesn't mind, but she has a video that talks about how to color your soaps, how much color to add to the soaps and everything. And it is so intriguing to me. That's something I truly want to learn. And if I can get that down, I would completely appreciate all of that. So I'm working on that as well. But I'm also having fun making my soaps the way I make them right now. I'm also working on making my own molds and all those things, and I will get there. I will definitely get there. But I'm also learning how to have patience. Soap making has a lot of patience that goes along with it, and it also has a lot of just go with the flow. And I'm learning how to do that after being on this earth for 4 years. Okay, so 4 years, and I'll leave it that way. For those that can catch on, know what I mean. Other than that, being here for that many years, sometimes it was hard for me just to go with the flow because the flow of things weren't going the way I thought they should go. And now that I am making my soaps, I'm learning that, and that's a great quality to have. Just go with the flow. If it turns out this way, it's still a great soap. It turns out the other way, it's still a great soap. You put too much caustic soda in it or lye in it, then use it for washing the car, washing the washing machine down or the refrigerator down, for those things. Never use it for your skin, and make sure you wear gloves. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying my video. Now, I want you to enjoy watching me make the rest of this soap and put it all together without me chomping along and talking throughout the whole video. I thought I was gonna chit chat through the whole video itself, but then I realized sometimes people just want to watch you make soap. They don't want to hear you talk. And sometimes they do enjoy the information that is given. So hopefully this information and how I understand it helps somebody else along the way in understanding it. So leave anything that you may have down in the comment section below, and check out our Instagram. We now have a what do you call it, amino, and we also have a Facebook page now, and then on top of that we have a what do you call that other thing? My kids are helping me with this because I am so not great with these. I say the names of them, then I'm like, what? Okay, Instagram, Tumblr, that's the name of it. I didn't want to go on Facebook, but so many people said, yeah, you should have a Facebook. And then I also joined Tree Marie on Facebook. So you guys should check her out. You all should go and join a group on Facebook as well, because it's really intriguing. You learn quite a bit. You really, really do. And I hope she doesn't mind that I said something about her in this video. The other person that I watch a lot is Royal Appleberry. Royal Appleberry was the reason I started the channel, and she encouraged me to continue, and that was the encouraging factor that got me going. I wanted to do it, and then I was very hesitant about putting up videos because even to this day, even though I'm talking to you and it doesn't sound like I'm a little nervous, but I'll be honest with you, I'm sitting behind the screen, and I eventually know you're going to hear my voice across the world somewhere, and I feel nervous about that, which is kind of crazy, but it's the truth. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys. So give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever one you like or you didn't like. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, no matter what it may be, as long as we keep it respectable. Definitely, please keep it respectable. And I will definitely answer all of my comments. I try not to let not one go by when I do get the comments on there that I don't answer. Now, I won't answer them on between day 6, which a lot of people know as Friday, and day 7, which is a Shabbat for us. So therefore, look for yours to be answered on day 1 or Sunday, as you guys would know it. All right. So as always, enjoy the rest of this video and have the most excellent day. And once again, thank you for being a part of Ori Soaps and Bubbles. And hopefully I get a chance to bring you many more, recover the rest of those video footage that I lost, which is about 19 other videos that I'm working on. And I will see you in the next one. Yeah. Later. Okay, so literally I am back. I thought I wasn't going to speak the rest of the video and let you guys enjoy me making it. Hopefully you did. This is the cutting section of this soap. And there's a tall and skinny bar, which you'll see here. And then we're also going to cut the loaf mold as well. I like the way this soap turned out. I was super stoked. I was so excited. I was trying to turn the light up or get better lighting. So sorry about the flickering, guys. Definitely turn away or go past this part if the flickers bothers you. At the same time, I was really excited that it came out the way it did. This soap was very pleasing. It smelled awesome. And I kid you not, someone in my house thought I had baked some cakes or pies or whatever, and they wanted to taste it. And I said, look, this is soap. You can't eat this one. All right. So, which was funny. Wasn't my kids though. They knew the difference, or they can tell the difference, which is great. It was just a friend of the family that stopped by for a second, thought it was some cake or whatever. Anyways, I'm showing you all about the soap and everything. And as I'm showing you this, I also realized or noticed that I started understanding why you would do a, what do you call it? When you half in the water of the soap, a discount of water in your soaps, and how much better they turned out. And if I would have known that, I would have done it here. So I have learned things in hindsight, going back, looking at the soap, and I'm going, okay, I really truly love this soap, and I'm going to work on making it better each time. And I think I'm going to keep the colors the same. The black, it has that small amount of red in there. That red is the Moroccan red clay, so that way you guys know it. So this soap is completely packed with a lot of moisturizing properties and things, and I truly enjoy it. I have learned a lot of things about color since I've made this soap as well, along with many other things. But the reason I am talking during the cutting here is because not only are you going to see the cutting, but you will also get a chance to watch me stamp the soap. I actually unmolded this soap and cut this soap. I believe it was 24 hours after. Let's see. Yeah, it was long, a little bit over. I would say about 26 hours after. But I was cutting it because it was, I was so worried, because I was like, it seems like it's going to be too hard for me to actually cut. And that's what I was worried about. So I was like, let me go ahead and cut it. And I think that's what I'm explaining here. Of course, when you see my hands moving all crazy, I'm physically talking, but at the same time, you guys can't hear me because, yeah, we all know what happened with the voice or the sound of the video. So that's why I'm doing a voiceover. So I went to go and get my cutter and grab some other things, and this is why I say Ori the unprepared soaper. But at the same time, I am completely prepared, because in my mind I got it all together, you know. And then there's times where I need to bring everything to the forefront. All right, so now you guys get to watch me actually cut this soap. It is so beautiful, so well put together. I was super duper stoked. Now on the sides here, I know other soapers are going, you got a lot of blowholes on the side of this soap, all these lines and empty spaces. That sincerely doesn't bother me at this point, because when I go back to clean up each bar of soap, that is not going to be there. I can fill in the holes to the soap, and I've done that already. And I did it on each bar versus having the loaf mold the way it is and then trying to fill it in. I just kind of went bar by bar because it's easier for me that way for right now, and because I don't have a whole lot of space right now in my area that I work in. And if you were paying attention, because I wasn't really paying any attention to this, and then I noticed, oh, I better say something about that. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. It really doesn't matter. But at the same time, if you saw my cabinets in the background, they're being replaced. So that wasn't too much bothering me. And at this point in time right now, they're not even in my kitchen at all. So we're having everything replaced and put in. and we're happy about that as well. So anyways, back to the soap. I was trying to find the right angle so you'll be able to see the colors. So my green came out the way I wanted it to come out. The black is just completely awesome. And then that beige or darkish brown color on top, that is what I was looking for. So in my mind, I had all of these colors and I wanted to know how they work together, and I did not want them even. I really did not want an even bar of colors, like straight lines. I wanted it to mix in a little bit but still be kind of straight, just have that rocky type look to it, as if you were in Arizona and you look at the hills or you look at the mountains and you see the different sizes and the different colors that mesh together. So those are the things that were on my mind and how I came up with this, which is pretty awesome. I am now cutting, that is a sample piece, so somebody will get that sample piece. And I thought I was in camera view, so forgive me because I didn't even realize I wasn't in the camera. I can't really see it too well once I get everything set up. It's kind of hard to tell if you guys can see everything. So you may see me move my camera again just to make sure. And then I was reaching in to see, was it too soft? Too hard, because it made this little pop sound at the very end, and I was like, oh no. And then I answered the phone because somebody was calling me on my daughter's phone. Actually, that's not even my phone. I think I was talking to my son on the phone. Anywho, I sincerely am really, really super stoked and baruched and or blessed, for lack of terms, to put this soap together, because most of everything I do, I make sure that I'm doing my best. I give it my all, no matter what it is I'm doing. I try to give it my all. If I'm gonna do it, let's do it with quality. Let's go for it. Let's just do it, right? And let's give it everything that we got, and then let Yahuwah do the rest. That's pretty much how that works. And I'm glad that you guys listened to me ramble on about this and about the soap cutting. And I will see you guys on the next clip, because I'm gonna talk to you again. Have a great day, or keep watching. Of course, I'm so used to saying having a great day or see you guys later, but always stick around and there's more to this. Loved Ori Soaps and Bubbles video? Head down to the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get those notifications. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you like the video, and leave a review so that way we know what we can improve on. It's very much appreciated, and as always, have the most excellent day. Ori Soaps and Bubbles.